Good evening and welcome to the Boys and Girls Club's 2022 Youth of the Year competition being held at our Joel E. Smilo Teen Center in Benton Harbor. Each year, outstanding young people compete for the Youth of the Year title, becoming a voice for their peers. Since inception, young people from Benton Harbor have been tremendous representatives of our clubs, winning statewide and regional titles and speaking on national stages across the country. I am particularly excited this year to open the competition to teens from our new locations across Southwest Michigan. This year's finalists represent Benton Harbor, South Haven, and St. Joseph. So let's get this show started. I have the great pleasure of introducing our MC for this evening's event. Pastor Torres Montgomery is a husband, father, best-selling author, speaker, and the lead pastor at Harbor of Hope Seventh-day Adventist Church right here in Benton Harbor. Pastor Montgomery is very familiar with the struggles and challenges facing young people today. From ages 12 to 19, he was trapped in a lifestyle of crime, fast money, and drug abuse. This led to poor decision-making, low academic performance, and wasted athletic opportunities. However, his life took a positive turn when one tragic night of devastation changed his destination. He has since traveled the world sharing his inspiring story, detailed in his book, Set on Fire. Pastor Montgomery is uniquely equipped to ignite this generation of youth to believe that all things are possible, and we are honored to have him with us as we recognize these extraordinary young people tonight. Please welcome Torres Montgomery.
Thank you so much, Mackenzie. Good evening to everyone joining us, and thank you for tuning in to our 2022 Boys and Girls Club Youth of the Year celebration, recognizing Greater Southwest Michigan teens. The Youth of the Year program, as you see it today, is the evolution of a grassroots effort that started in the Boys and Girls Clubs movement in 1947. That's more than 75 years of young leaders emerging from the clubs. Youth of the Year is our signature effort to foster a new generation of leaders, young people fully prepared to live and lead in a diverse, global, and integrated world. The program emphasizes leadership skills that are essential in today's world and workplaces like communication, goal setting, and teamwork. The young people you will see in tonight's competition are the epitome of this program. Now, to kick us off, please help me welcome Janyia Lewis as she sings the national anthem. Please stand if you're able, remove your caps, and place your hands over your hearts for the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does the star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Beautiful job, Janyia. To help us choose a club-wide representative for Youth of the Year, we are honored to have a distinguished panel of the club's most committed supporters serving as judges for tonight's competition. First, we have Mona Dixon. Mona and her family lived on the streets and moved from one homeless shelter to another until the age of 13. Then she found the Boys and Girls Club. A few short years later, she was honored by the President of the United States in the Oval Office. After receiving her coveted Boys and Girls Clubs of America National Youth of the Year Award, Mona was appointed to serve as the youngest member of a U.S. Presidential Community Service Committee alongside 4 other distinguished individuals. At 18, Mona was also named one of the most influential Black women alongside Oprah and Michelle Obama by Essence magazine. This has all led to her being awarded over $100,000 in scholarships, sharing the stage with A-list celebrities, and being featured in the national media. Today, Mona is a college graduate in pursuing her PhD in organizational leadership and empowering others while speaking for companies, schools, youth organizations, fundraisers, graduations, parent organizations, and homeless shelters. Next, we have the Honorable Mabel Mayfield. Judge Mayfield was appointed to the Berrien County Probate Bench. I'm sorry. Go back up. Judge Mayfield was appointed to the Berrien County Probate Bench by Governor John Engler in 2000 and has been elected to that position since. She previously served as the presiding judge of the Family Division of the Berrien County Trial Court. In 2020, Judge Mayfield was appointed as the chief judge of the Berrien County Trial Court by the Michigan Supreme Court. In addition to her role as chief, Judge Mayfield volunteers for the Benton Harbor Readiness Center, Area Agency on Aging, Berrien Community Foundation, Michigan's Great Southwest Strategic Leadership Council, Purdue Club of Southwest Michigan, Delta Sigma Theta Sorority, and she is a lifetime member of the NAACP. Judge Mayfield is also very active in her local church and does presentations for area schools and community groups. Our third and final judge is Dr. Lynn Todman. Dr. Todman is a healthcare leader who forges unlikely alliances to change the way people think about, talk about, and act on the impact of racism on health in communities of color. With years of executive level experience driving cultural change, her goal is to reframe how we think about social problems, relocate the focus of intervention, redistribute the responsibility for change, and reform policies, procedures, and practices. Dr. Todman joined Lakeland in 2015 as the Executive Director of Population Health. Today, she serves as the VP of Health Equity for Spectrum Health Lakeland. She has also served as a commissioner for the city of St. Joseph since 2017 and serves on several boards and committees in Southwest Michigan, including the St. Joseph Downtown Development Planning Committee, the Benton Harbor Promise, Berrien County Mental Health Authority, and Cornerstone Alliance. In 2018, Dr. Todman was awarded a Robert Wood Johnson Foundation Culture of Health Leadership Award, recognizing her work in building a regional culture of health. Thank you to all of our judges for being a part of our event. Now, a few words from our current title holder. Please welcome Tyler Meeks, our 2021 Youth of the Year.
Good evening. I am Tyler Meeks, 2021's Benton Harbor Youth of the Year. For more than 100 years, Boys and Girls Clubs across the country have changed the lives of millions of young people through positive interactions with adults who care and programs that are made just for us. The Youth of the Year program is the Boys and Girls Clubs of America top recognition program. It is the highest honor any team member can receive. Since 1998, the Boys and Girls Club of America's Benton Harbor Youth of the Year program has produced 17 local winners, 4 state winners, and 2 Midwest regional winners. I had the honor of competing for the state title and was proud to be in the top 3. Since I joined the Boys and Girls Club in my local community of Benton Harbor, they have shown me that who I am is important, that it's okay to be myself, and being different is what makes me who I am. At the beginning of my senior year, Mr. BJ started to tell me that I was going to win Youth of the Year. I didn't think I was going to win. I thought I was going to lose. But the club taught me that deep inside of the angry, lost boy I thought I was, there was a king lying beneath the surface. And once I started to believe that, everyone else saw it too. In February of last year, I was named the Youth of the Year. Last fall, I attended Minnesota West to play college football. This was a new and exciting time for me because I was doing something that I loved. After a few months, things weren't going as planned. I had a decision to make. A, transfer schools. B, make the best of it and transfer positions. I thought back to the values and lessons I learned from the club and said to myself, it's not what happens to you, it's how you react to what happens to you. I stand here today and ask you one question. What is your greatest excuse for failure? Think about that for a moment. Could it be that you come from a broken home? Could it be self-confidence issues? Could it be that you simply don't feel like you have what it takes to make your dreams become a reality? I'm here to tell you, we are not a product of our environment. We are a product of what we believe. Believe it, and it can become a reality.
Thank you, Tyler, for those inspirational words and for the work you have done representing your clubs as the 2021 Youth of the Year. Now, on to what you have all been waiting for, our first finalist, Yoseline Cortez. Our youngest finalist, Yoseline, is 14 years old and the daughter of Esther and Enrique Cortez. She is a freshman at South Haven High School. Her hobbies include theater and reading, particularly romance and mystery books. She plays on the soccer team for South Haven. In the future, Yoseline would like to become a crime scene investigator. She is the first South Haven Youth of the Year and has been a member of the Boys and Girls Club since her local program began in 2021. Here is a special person in Yoseline's life to introduce her.
Hi, my name is Jennifer Peterson, and I'm a high school English teacher here in South Haven, and it is with great honor that I have been invited to introduce South Haven's candidate, Ms. Yoseline Cortez, for the Boys and Girls Club Youth of the Year competition. Yoseline and I have known each other for a short time, but in that short time, I have grown to really, truly admire and respect her. And I couldn't be more proud to sponsor and support her candidacy for this competition. When Yoseline invited me to attend the first round, I was honored to be able to witness her strength and her ability in action. She walked up to that mic and she spoke so eloquently and from the heart. When she finished, and when I finished clapping like a maniac for her, I realized that I wasn't just proud of her because I knew who she was and because I believed in her winning that award and being worthy of it. But man, I was inspired. I was inspired by her and by her words. And that's her. She inspires her friends, her peers, and her teachers for her perseverance and her dedication, for her modeling, her scholarship, and her quality of character, all of which are ideal character traits that a recipient of this reward must demonstrate. She's a flower, and she's able to grow through weeds that would normally strangle any other flower. She sees opportunity for growth in adversity when others only see roadblocks. And she's kind, she's patient, and I just can't tell you how much I believe in her candidacy for this honor. I'm so happy to introduce to you Miss Yoseline Cortez.
Imagine a place of hope, where you can make friends and you're challenged to come out of your comfort zone. A place to learn important life skills like communication, how to build healthy relationships, teamwork, and learning that it's okay to feel your emotions. Well, the Boys and Girls Club is just that. The club gives you an opportunity to be a part of programs like Smart Girls, Power Hour, and participate in bonding activities. These programs and activities help you learn more about yourself and others. My favorite activity is the Tell Me Something tables. They are a creative way to get your mind flowing by asking silly or serious questions, like, if you were invisible for a day, what would you do? Or what would you do if you could not fail? The staff go above and beyond for the students here, making sure they feel valued. The staff help me become a better person by encouraging me to make the right decisions and giving me advice. I feel important and like I belong here. All the members have helped me a great deal, not just in school, but in life. I have found a support system here. My friend Kaylin, who I wouldn't have gotten close with if it weren't for being in the club. She supports me, she brings good vibes, and she helps me be me. The Boys and Girls Club as a collective reshaped my life, and by doing so, helped me understand what matters to me. This starts with a short story. While on vacation, my sister and I were walking down the street when a man whistled at us. At that moment, I felt unsafe and scared. This tiny noise made a big impact. Every day since then, I've wondered what made him think it was okay to whistle at random women that day. Sexual harassment is not an uncommon event in our society. In fact, it is normal. 81% of women and 43% of men have reported experiencing sexual harassment. That means for every 10 women, 8 of them have a shared experience. So why aren't we talking about it? Sexual harassment is hard to talk about. Here are some reasons why. Fear of not being believed, being ashamed it happened to them, or not knowing how or whom to communicate their experience with. As a victim myself, I never had the confidence to talk about this. But as I changed schools, I became more confident and now can speak up about my experience. A year ago, when I didn't have confidence, I felt like I was doing something wrong. I changed myself to fit the perspective others had of me. I had poor self-esteem and I couldn't think for myself. But things changed as I got to South Haven. Now I am willing to make connections with others. Now that I have changed my life around, coming into a different environment, I have more confidence in myself. I have a grasp on who I am because I can be myself and not change to fit the setting. I will keep this in mind. Be yourself and everyone else will adjust. I aspire to continue to thrive as my real self for me and only me. And the Boys and Girls Club encourages that. Thank you.
Wow. Thank you, Yoseline, for the courage it took for you to share your story. I have a question for you. What staff member at the club has made the greatest impact on you and why?
I'd say the staff that has made the biggest impact is definitely Mackenzie Roberts. She is not only a mentor and a leader, she's also a friend. She helps me become a better person. She shows me right from wrong. She listens to my silly and serious stories whenever she has the time. I appreciate her so much for the help that she has given me throughout this entire process.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Yoseline. You did a great job.
Thank you.
Now, moving on to our second finalist, I would like to introduce Myla Jackson. Myla is an 18-year-old senior at St. Joseph High School and the first ever Youth of the Year candidate representing St. Joseph Public Schools. Myla has been a club member since the age of 10 and has enjoyed programs such as Smart Girls and Art and Drama. Myla currently serves as the president of the Keystone Leadership Group. Some of her hobbies include reading and competitive cheerleading. During her downtime, she enjoys shopping, watching crime shows, and being a full-time auntie to her niece and nephew. Myla is very passionate about equality. She joined her school's diversity task force, where she led Youth Voice for enhancing diversity, equity, and inclusion for her schools. After graduation, Myla plans to attend Ferris State University for 2 years, then transfer to Arizona State University, majoring in criminal justice and minoring in psychology. Now, I would like to welcome Myla's mother, Tiffaney Blossom, who...
Hello, I am Tiffaney Blossom, the mother of Myla Jackson, who was named Youth of the Year for St. Joe. I am so proud of Myla for all of her accomplishments that she have done in these last few months and still are continuing to do. I know she will do great in everything in the future that comes her way. She is a great person with just a beautiful heart and a great big smile. I know she will do awesome for the Boys and Girls Club because of her charisma, her faith in God, her leadership, and all that she possesses to each and every one, especially of putting everyone first before her own interests and abilities. She has such a big heart and always will, and I pray that God continue to keep her in the right direction that she is going. I love you, Myla, and now I welcome my daughter, Myla Jackson.
No one ever truly thinks about how hard it is for people who easily can get withdrawn from the reality of what's going on around them. When you see someone sitting off to themselves, do you just brush it off? Do you pretend like no one is there? Or do you offer them someone to talk to? Society normalizes telling you that it's okay, that you're okay. But am I okay? As an adolescent, I confined myself to society's way of thinking and programming. I told myself that I was okay when deep down inside, I wasn't. For many years, I've struggled with my mental health. I was never good at expressing my emotions, and I never understood how I was feeling most times. No one ever guided me on how to talk about my feelings, let alone express them, so I dealt with them the best way I could. At school, I would seem happy, but I would go home and be depressed. I was embarrassed to tell anyone about my mental health because I feared I'd be misunderstood. When I first joined the club, I wasn't very social. And in fact, I stayed mostly to myself. I was insecure and always worried about what my peers would think of me. I felt different because growing up, I attended a predominantly white school district. I thought of myself as an outcast. The club didn't. The club showed me that there's a place for everyone, no matter what. My favorite place at the club was Miss Jessica's art room. This was where I got to express myself. The more I went, the more comfortable I became. It was a home away from home. Everyone felt like family. The club's willingness to accept me for who I am not only made me the person I am today, but also gave me the tools that I needed for the future. Because of the club's love, strength, and desire to fight for me, I now possess those same qualities to fight for the things I care most about. Equality. MLK once said, "Injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere." As a Black kid growing up in a predominantly white school district, it perturbed me that I've never experienced having a Black teacher. I had no adult at school that I felt could relate to me, not even my counselor. I vividly remember not doing anything for Black History Month. I also remember me and all of my friends walking into classrooms and other students would stare as if we didn't belong there. I believe that everyone should be able to enter somewhere and not feel uncomfortable just because of what their skin color is. Frustrated, I accepted an invitation from my school's Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion Task Force to help enhance the unity for all of the students at my school. Because of the club, I have now found my passion, and I just want everyone out there to know that no matter how small, just remember, any progress is great progress. Thank you.
Wow. Thank you so much, Myla. You are such a great representation of your club as well as our mission. I have a question for you. What staff member at the club has made the greatest impact on you and why?
I would say the staff member that has made the greatest impact on me is my mentor, Mr. Corey. He was the one that got me started with Youth of the Year. And no matter how hard I tried to pull back, he always pushed for me and was always telling me how much potential that I have. And he always made me feel like I was worth doing something. So I'm very grateful for all of his hard work and effort.
Oh, wow. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you once again, Myla, and great work.
Thank you.
Moving on to our third and final candidate, Donovan Frazier. Donovan is a 17-year-old senior at Eau Claire High School. He is a third-degree black belt in Taekwondo, youngest in the nation, captain of his basketball team, plays baseball, runs track, and is on the honor roll. In his free time, Donovan enjoys hanging out with family and friends. After graduating from high school, Donovan plans to attend a 4-year university to study exercise science or pre-law. Grandmaster Smith of the Ready Takwondo is here with us today to introduce Donovan.
Okay, my name is Grandmaster Smith, ninth degree black belt, World Takwondo Federation. I own a Takwondo school here in Benton Harbor. Been teaching for over 50 years. I've been training black belts ever since I started my first school here in Benton Harbor. That was back in 73, right out of the Army. I first met Donovan when his grandfather brought him to me and wanted him to train. I had actually trained his grandfather years ago, and he wanted me to train his grandson, and that's how we met. And it's been a whirlwind ever since. Donovan was a very impressive student to me because he really put himself 150% into the training. And he really trained hard. He learned everything that I could teach him and then some. Won many, many very notable tournaments. We've been all over the area, the region, different parts of the country. I'm very impressed with how he has turned out as a young man ever since he started when he was, I guess, 8 or 9 years old. Please welcome Donovan Frazier. I'm sure you will be impressed with him. He is someone that will leave you feeling very good about the way we are as a human species.
Motivation gets you going, but discipline keeps you growing. Hi, my name is Donovan Frazier. Growing up, I always wondered where my next meal would come from and if I had to put to sleep at night. Seeing how kids on TV live made me feel even worse about the financial hole my family and I are in. Moving back and forth from Indianapolis to Benton Harbor made it incredibly difficult for me to make and maintain friendships. Eventually, we moved back to Benton Harbor with my grandparents for good. My mom signed me up for the Boys and Girls Club in the hopes of meeting new people. At first, I was hesitant. I struggled with the idea of getting too close to people, and I wasn't confident that we wouldn't move again. The thought of going in on the first day gave me anxiety, and my mom forcing me to make things better. Walking in, the first thing I remember is Miss Pig saying, "Hello, my name is Miss Pig. Welcome to the Boys and Girls Club." This sign of warmth gave me an indication that the club was somewhere I belong. The club offers so many opportunities to express yourself, like dance, art, music, drama, and sports. I personally use sports as an outlet to meet new people who gain confidence to keep me out of trouble. Just as I started to get comfortable, I soon reached the age of transitioning out of the Boys and Girls Club and into the Teen Center. I heard so many good things about the Teen Center, but those same childhood feelings of insecurity and instability came over me, and my nerves began to run rapid. I had a pretty good relationship with all the teens, but not all the staff. And just like my first day at the Boys and Girls Club, I also met with another extremely loud person, everyone called BJ. Our first conversation was him asking me to participate in a basketball shooting challenge, all while demolishing me and talking trash in the process. Eventually, I beat him. He seemed not to care, but instead smiled. I soon realized that his challenge wasn't about the shooting contest, but my mental drive to overcome obstacles, not knowing that my greatest obstacle was yet to come. Due to my negligent choices, my grandma made me make her 2 promises. First, that I go to college and graduate, and second, that I always chase after my dreams. But on Christmas Day 2019, my grandma lost her long battle with pancreatic cancer. I was devastated. I supported my club family, but I knew I needed something more. That's when I found Ready Takwondo. Ready taught me about the 5 tenets, which includes courtesy, integrity, perseverance, self-control, and a indomitable spirit. These are all rules and goals that all martial artists have to follow. And now, as the youngest third-degree black belt in the nation, it is my job to teach kids not only formal techniques, but discipline and the values of right and wrong. Grandmaster Smith once said, "As long as you have a strong work ethic and perseverance, there's nothing that can bring you down and no obstacle too big to conquer." Thank you.
Thank you so much, Donovan. Your hard work shows, and we are proud of you today. I have a question for you. Can you share with us the person at your club who's had the greatest impact on you and why?
I think the person who has the greatest impact on me is Mr. John. Anytime, if I'm not feeling up to anything, he's always the person that's pushing me. If I'm feeling low, he's the person that's bringing me up. For instance, the Youth of the Year, I didn't really want to do it, but he forced me to, and he pushed me to keep going, and I appreciate him for that.
Awesome, awesome. Thank you once again, and great job.
Thank you.
In addition to these outstanding finalists, we would like to take a few minutes to highlight two other extraordinary club members tonight. Here's Brian Jenkins to tell you about our first presenter.
Good evening. I'm Brian Jenkins, the Senior Program Coordinator at the club's Benton Harbor Teen Center. I am also the leader of the club's partnership with UPS, the UPS Road Code program. So many of our young people are eager to get on the road, and it is our responsibility to do that as safely as possible. The UPS Road Code program is a chance for our teens to learn everything that goes with being a safe driver. Each year, a local club member is selected to serve as the UPS Road Code ambassador, someone who is promoting the safe driving lessons learned from the program to their peers. It is my honor to introduce this year's ambassador, Janyia.
Hello, my name is Janyia Jordan, and I am a 16-year-old junior at Benton Harbor High School. I've been a member of the Boys and Girls Club since I was 7 years old. My mentors, Quincy and Triana, convinced me to become a member. Over the years, the club helped me in so many ways, even when I wanted to give up, most especially when my father passed away in 2015. The club became my family and helped me through that rough time in my life. Being in the club helped me mold into the young lady that I am today. I was honored to be selected to serve as the club's UPS Road Code ambassador, helping my peers learn about safe driving. My sister was actually the last year Road Code ambassador, so I was familiar with the road, and I watched her blossom into a leader. I thought to myself I wanted to be that same type of role model for my peers, just like my sister. Madison has benefited so much from the club, and I wanted to make a name for myself as well. Before I knew it, my attendance increased in the club, and I finally stepped out of my comfort zone. I am now the president of the Keystone Leader Group at Benton Harbor Teen Center. It makes me feel important. I get to come up with new ideas with the Keystone crew. I was on a path to become my true self, just like my big sister. When I was nominated, I accepted the role with ease to lead as the local Road Code ambassador. I was even determined to receive the national title. My sister was a finalist, and I wanted to step into her place to win. When I asked her about the Road Club, her reply was, "My interest in the program came from someone I see as a father figure in my life. All the members call him BJ or Mr. B. I just call him Pops. I feel the same way. Mr. BJ knew how badly I wanted to own my own personal vehicle, so he taught me that this was the perfect way to get closer to my goal. I wanted to learn as much as I could about driving safely, so when the time came for me to take the road test, I would be more than prepared. During the Road Code program, I learned so much more than being prepared for the road test. I learned patience, the importance of safety, checking mirrors, how important the seatbelt is, attention to details, everything about a distracted driver, and one of the most important ones to me, reckless driving. Years ago, I lost a family member to this very act. My cousin Jordan Brooks was a passenger in a vehicle when the driver was trying to be a show-off. The driver tried to beat a train and ended up being hit by the train. No one survived. I had already lost my dad at a young age, and now losing a relative closer to my age really affected me. When I think about Road Code, I think about my cousin Jordan, and how I wish I could have gave that driver some advice that may have saved everyone's life that day. This is why I'm working hard to inform my peers that safe driving is the way to go. This is why a UPS Road Code program is so important to me. No matter what, I want to make a difference and make sure my peers know that we must change the outcome, become the leading cause of death when it comes to motor vehicle crashes. I just want to do my part to help save lives. Thank you.
Thank you, Janyia. Your commitment to keeping young people safe on the roads is so admirable, and we are fortunate to have teens like you making a real difference. As you heard from Tyler earlier, our Youth of the Year program has been very successful since it started locally. One of the reasons the program has been so strong in recent years is because of the path, starting with our youngest members and the junior Youth of the Year program. This year, Kiara Lewis from the club's Benton Harbor Fedic Youth Campus was chosen as the Junior Youth of the Year. Here's Kiara.
Someone once said, dance for yourself. If someone understands, good. If not, no matter. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Kiara Lewis. I'm a 13-year-old 8th grader attending Milton Wells Academy. I have many hobbies, but my favorite is performing arts. Because dancing is my life and is what I love to do the most. No matter the time or the location, you can always find me dancing. Why dance? Because dancing helps me get through tough times in my life and helps me express myself in ways I never thought possible. Standing out and being different, I have found, is the best way to go. I used to want to fit in and be like everyone else, especially seeing them having friends and being accepted. But coming to this club has shown me how to become my own person and grow. And whoa, have I grown. You see, my behavior has not always been the best. I can remember getting in trouble daily, having a smart mouth, and even sometimes being suspended for weeks at a time. Knowing how I can make somebody's life a lot harder by being disrespectful or not listening has taught me that not following directions can put my life and everyone around me in a bad position. Coming to the club has had a huge impact on my life. The club offers so many opportunities and chances to show off the best you. The club always makes sure you have everything you need to strive and survive. One of the programs that the club offers that best fit my interest is core drama. Drama is much more than just dancing. It's plays, talent shows, singing, and much more. Another opportunity to show off the best you is Smart Girls. In the program, you never have to feel like you're going through something alone. There is always somebody to talk to about your problems or concerns. Smart Girls allows young ladies like myself to be ourselves. It also gives us access to tools to show us how to express ourselves without fighting or arguing. I want to put a stop to bullying. One reason I would like to put a stop to bullying is because I've experienced bullying. I don't want people to feel the way I feel in the past, because everybody does not take bullying as softly as I did. It might take their feelings out on others in a harmful way. Getting bullied isn't a joke. Getting bullied can make you feel unwanted or unloved. This is why bullying matters most to me. Remember, dance for yourself. If someone understands, good. If not, no matter. Thank you.
Great job, Kiera. We really appreciate the effort that you put into this. And to show that appreciation, our Guardian Club members have decided to give you this gift on behalf of all of our Guardian Club members and the great effort that you put in as our Junior Youth of the Year. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Why don't you open it? You want me to help you?
The camera.
Let me help you. You're welcome. I can tell that Kiera is going to be doing great things in the future. Congratulations. But before we announce our winner, let us take a moment to hear our judges for today's events. On behalf of the judges, please welcome Mona Dixon.
Hi, everyone. My name is Mona Dixon, and I'm the 2010 National Youth of the Year for Boys and Girls Clubs of America. I had a pleasure of serving as a judge today, along with my colleagues, Judge Mayfield and Dr. Todman. And as you just witnessed, all of the candidates were absolutely amazing. And Judge Mayfield has actually been a judge for 4 years now. She said she is ready for a state winner. And we all strongly, strongly believe that the candidates selected today can take us all the way to the top. This judging process was extremely difficult, and we spent an extra 30 minutes deliberating just because it was that close. But most importantly, Boys and Girls Clubs of Benton Harbor, we want you to be extremely proud, and everybody else who's involved with the organization, from volunteers to donors to the staff. You guys are producing high quality youth. So we want you to keep up the great work, because whatever you're doing is working. As you just saw her, oh my God, that's going to be the next National Youth of the Year as well. And that just got me extremely excited. But once again, congratulations to your organization. Congratulations to all of the candidates. And thank you for allowing us to serve you.
A big thank you again to our judges. We know that your job was not an easy one, tonight. Now, the results are in, and the moment we have been waiting for. Drum roll, please. The 2022 Youth of the Year, who will represent Greater Southwest Michigan, is Donovan Fraser.
I'd like to thank God first and foremost. Thank you everyone for the opportunity. Thank you for the candidates. I want to say thanks to my parents, my grandparents, my grandma, my coach, Mr. John. Yes. All right, thank you all.
Well, that concludes our 2022 Youth of the Year celebration. Thank you for joining us.